Hello everyone, good morning बच्चों. I'm here again and I'm making here a new video, but the same chapter we will continuing, that is chapter 5 algebraic expressions. But in this video you will understand how can we divide a monomial by a monomial. Okay, it means this is exercise 5th E. But for this exercise, first of all, let's recall the third law of exponent. What is the third law of exponent? Because we have to use it. Okay. So, law of exponent is when two quantities are dividing like these. Okay. Exponential quantities. Here you can see exponent m and n. But base are same and these two are dividing. So in that case, what we get the result? The result is you have to keep the base same and subtract the powers, subtract the exponent. Like this. So we'll get here x to the power m minus n. And you have to use this in all questions of 5th E exercise. Let's take one question. Okay, first part D. 18x to the power 4 y square and in denominator 9x cube y. Okay, in that case you need to only simplify it by applying the law of exponent and by cancelling out cancellation law, which means here you can see 18 and 9. We can cancel out 18 by 9 two times, and here you can see in numerator and denominator x variable is here, but the powers are different, variable is same. So we can easily apply this law here. So here we can write 2 and x to the power by this law 4 minus 3. And similarly, in case of y you can see here 2 power, here 1 power, and we can also apply here this law of exponent in terms of y. So y variable keep this same and subtract the power 2 minus 1. Okay. So now what we get here, x to the power 1. So we can just write x. And here in that case also 2 minus 1, 1. So y. So it means answer is 2xy. This is the answer. This is how you can easily solve all other questions. But let's take one more here. So question number 2. Question number 2 part D. Again, 0.6. In that case, you can see here this numerical value, and here you can see 3 variables are here. Okay. So first of all, in these two decimal values, these two decimal numbers, decimal point at the same place. Okay. It means the after decimal point here in both the decimal numbers, both have one decimal place. So easily we can remove decimal point from both the sides. Because this decimal point is at same place, it means both the numbers have one decimal place. So we can easily remove these two decimal points. Now we can cancel out this 3, this 6 by 3, so we'll get here 2. Okay. So write here 2, and in that case you can write like this. Okay. You can also take this step as well. Now apply here this law of exponent. So from this side 4 minus 1 directly you can write a3, a to the power 3, 3 minus 5. 3 minus 5 means minus 2. And from this side 2 minus 7, it means minus 5. And we know very well these two variables that are having negative power. So first of all we need to make it positive. Make it positive. In that case you just write these two variables in the denominator. Like this, b to the power 2 and c to the power 5. This is the answer. Okay. This is the simplification. Whenever the power is negative, so first of all, you have to make power positive by writing it in the denominator. Okay. And one more question let's solve here. Question number 3. Only one part. Okay, now let's solve here. Question number 3. Part C. 5a square b to the whole square minus 100b to the power 3. 5a square b to the whole square. Okay, you can see here in that case, these three quantities have whole power 2. So we need to now here apply the fourth law of exponent. In that case, we need to separate this power in all these three quantities. So write like this: 5 to the power 2, then a to the power 2 to the power 2, and then b to the power 2. Okay? And but in that case, it has no whole power, so write as it is. Minus 100 you can also just write in another bracket. Okay? So b q. And again, the same case you need to apply here. So 5 to the power 2, then 8 to the power 2 to the power 2, and then b to the power 2. Okay? I have written right? No. Okay. Actually, this is not the question. Sorry. Yes. Denominator value is different, which is 5 to the power 2b to the whole power 2. This is the denominator value. Okay? So here, write like this: 5 to the power 2 to the power 2, and then b to the power 2. Okay? Yes. Now let's solve it. 5 to the power 2, it means we are multiplying 5 2 times, so what we get? 5 5s are 25. And from this side, a to the power 4 and b to the power 2. Okay, multiply by minus 100 and b to the power 3. Denominator value 5 5 25, and 25 to the power 2, which is 625. Okay, 5 to the power 2, 5 into 5 whole power 2, it means 25. 25 to the power 2, it means 25 into 25, which is 625. Okay, now just cancel out these numerical values. So we can cancel out this 25 and 625. So 5 are 25, and from this side 5 is 5, and then 125. Okay, again we can cancel out this. So 25, and from this side 25 4s are 100. Okay. One more thing, we need to write here b square. I forgot to write here. Okay. So don't do this same mistake, please. So b to the power 2 we have to write, because this is also given in the denominator. Now we can cancel out this b square by b square. Now what is remaining here? Minus 4 first of all. So write numerical value with sign minus. And here a to the power 4, and from this side b to the power 3. This is the answer. Okay. So like this, I hope you can easily solve some other questions as well. Now let's understand the next topic. How can we divide a polynomial by a monomial? Okay, a polynomial by a monomial. So let's do some questions from 5th F exercise. All exercises are very easy. So this is 5th F. Let's take one question from question number 2 and part. Okay, so question number 2 and one part, let's take here part B. 6x to the power 4 plus 3x to the power 3 plus 3x to the power 2, and we have to divide this polynomial by monomial, which is 3x square. Okay, so in that case, first of all, divide each term of this polynomial by this monomial. It means we need to separate all these all these quantities, all these terms. So first write 6x to the power 4. We have to divide this term by this monomial, so write like this, separate it out. And now plus sign as it is. Now 3x to the power 3, this is second term, divide this by monomial and write now the third term. Again, now we can easily solve this next step by the same exercise, which is 5th E. Okay, by same process we need to apply here. So 3 to the 6 and x, same variable, powers different, apply here third law, 4 minus 2, it means x to the power 2. From this side, we can easily cancel out 3 by 3 and x3, x2, it means x to the power 3 minus 2, which is 1, so write x as it is. Now, no need to write here power, okay. Now, from this side, 3 by 3 cancel out and x square by x square. So, from this side, we will get 1. This is the answer, that's all. Okay. Very easy, but here let's solve D part as well. X to the power 2, y to the power 2, z to the power 2 minus x, y, z plus 1 divided by x, y, z. Again, first separate out all the terms by this monomial. So first write x square, y square, z square divided by x, y, z. From this side, actually minus sign is here, so apply here minus sign and x, y, z upon x, y, z. And plus sign, now 1 upon x, y, z. Okay. Now simplify it. X cancel out by 1 power. Again, y cancel out by 1 power. Z cancel out by 1 power. We can also just show it like this. So now, in that case, there is no value which is remaining in the denominator. But here 1x, 1y and 1z. From this side, x, y, z is cancelled out by x, y, z. So we'll get here minus 1. And from this side, actually, we have to write this as it is. Okay? Because there is no variable to cancel out. This is the answer on it. That's all. So x, y, z minus 1 plus 1 upon x, y, z. This is the answer. Now let's solve here fourth question. Because you can solve easily third question. And I have already sent the PDF. You can see the solution of third question of both the parts in that PDF. Now let's solve here fourth question. So evaluate. Evaluate means you need to find the value of x upon y. X upon y. When the equation is given x plus y upon y is equal to 21. This is the equation because here equality sign and this one is the left hand side, this one is the right hand side. But we need to actually find the value of x upon y. X upon y. So first of all, let's do something here in that equation so we can easily get this x upon y. So we know very well this is the left hand side and you have to divide this polynomial, it means this binomial by this monomial. So in that case we have already done this same in exercise in the same exercise actually. Okay, fifth tab, that we need to first separate. To separate the variables like this. Now we can see here x upon y we have got, and from this side y is divided by y. So now the next step will be x upon y plus 1 and is equals to 21. Now what we need to only do, we need to shift this plus 1 to the right hand side and we'll get the answer. X upon y, 21 minus 1, it means 20 and this is the value of x upon y. Okay, this is the answer. Okay, in the same video, let's understand also one more exercise, which is 5th G. Actually, these all exercises are depend on each other. So let's solve here some questions from 5th G exercise. In that case, you will understand how can we divide a polynomial by a polynomial. Okay. So let's take some questions to help you learn how can we divide a polynomial by a polynomial. And you should understand actually each step very carefully. Okay. So first question, let's take here first. First question part first. We need to actually divide a polynomial by a polynomial. So first of all, write like this. as in arithmetic we divide the number by a number. Okay, so first of all write like this, because here this is also polynomial and this one is a polynomial. But how can now we divide? So in that case, first step is that if in case, okay, if in case that this 3x is written before this x square, so we have to first write all these polynomials in its standard form. It means in descending power of x. Whenever the question is given in some other powers and in ascending order of x, so first of all just arrange all these in descending order of x. Okay, like, and this question is already written in descending order of x, x to square, x to the power 2, which is highest, then x, and then constant polynomial. Now the second step, okay, in second step what we have to do? First of all, same as in case of arithmetic when we divide numbers. So here first see the first variable, or you can say first term actually, first term, and the divisor, the first see this first term of the divisor and first term of the dividend. You can see we need to actually just make this x to x square. How can we make this x to x square? And that variable or that term we need to write here in the quotient. Okay, so when we multiply, just forget all the terms first of all. Only see the first term of the divisor as well as the first term of the dividend. So here x, and we need to make it x square. So when we multiply this x by x, then we get x square. So we have to write x in the quotient first. Now we are having the variable in the quotient, first term in the quotient, but you can see here in divisor there are two terms. So the next step is we need to multiply this x by both the terms of the divisor. Okay, so first we know very well that we'll get here x square, so write x square. When we divide this x by minus 7, so we'll get minus 7x. So write here below the like term. So minus 7x, this is the like term of this minus 3x, so write below this one. Now in division we know very well, now we need to subtract it. So in subtraction this one is with positive sign, so change all the sign. This one becomes negative, this one becomes positive. So these are cancelling out. Now from this side, minus 3x plus 7x. Minus 3x plus 7x, just calculate these values mentally. Right? Now you can easily calculate it because you have already solved these type of questions as well in other exercises. So from this side we will get here 7 minus 3, which is 4, and with positive sign because 7 is greater than 3. Now from this side we can below down this minus 28. Now again the same step we need to follow it. So first term is 4x and the first term is here x. So in that case here 4, we need to actually make it this 4x. So by multiplying 4 it becomes 4x. So here we need to write with plus sign and 4 because this is the second term of the quotient. Okay, now we need to multiply only this 4 by both the term of the divisor. So we get here 4 into x, 4x. From this side plus sign is here, so plus minus minus. We need to also multiply the sign as well. So plus minus minus, and 7 4s are 28. Now subtract all these terms, so it becomes negative, it becomes positive. So we know very well. Cancel out all the terms, both are same. So now we get 0 remainder. This is how we can easily divide a polynomial by a polynomial. Let's take and let's solve other question as well. Okay, one more question let's take from 50 exercise. So let's take here 8th question. First write in the form of x square and here x cube. Now like this. and the divisor is x minus 2y. Okay. In all these questions of exercise 5th G, all the polynomials are written in its standard form, but you can see first example. So that, not first example, actually, yes. In all cases, all these polynomials are written in its standard form. But whenever in case it is not written in the standard form, then you need to first write in the standard form. Okay. So now here we need to actually divide this polynomial by this divisor, this polynomial as well. So here first see the first term of the divisor and of the dividend. So x here x cube. Now we need to make this x as x cube, x to x cube. So we need to multiply this x by x square, then we get x cube. So we have already got the first term of the quotient, x square. Now multiply this x square by both the term of this divisor. So first x into x, x square into x, x cube. Okay, now minus sign, so minus. From this side we will get here 2x square y. So because we are multiplying, and write below the like term, and this is the like term. Now subtract. Next step is subtraction. So it becomes positive, it becomes negative. Cancel out. Minus 7 and plus 2. Minus 7 plus 2. It means we get here minus 5 x square y. Okay. You can just do the calculation mentally. Now write the next term here. Bring down the next term. So now this is the next term. Okay. And here x is x only. We need to just make it this x to minus 5x square y. So what the term which we need to multiply by x to make it minus 5x square y. So first minus 5 is not here. So we need to multiply this by minus 5. But 1x is here and we need to make it x square. So it means we need to multiply by x and then multiply by y as well. Okay. Then we will get the same term. So here we need to write minus 5 1x because 1x is already here. So x and 1. When we multiply this minus 5xy by x, then we will get the same term. Okay. So write directly here. Because according to this term, we find actually the next term of the quotient. So write as it is. But you can see here two terms are here in divisor. So we also need to multiply this minus 5xy by minus 2y. Now you can see minus minus plus. So put here plus sign. 5 2s are 10. 1x, okay, but y into y, now it becomes y square. Same term, perfect. Now it becomes positive, it becomes negative. So when it becomes positive, this with plus sign, this with minus sign, so we can cancel out. But here, plus 13 minus 10, minus 10, plus 13 minus 10, now 3, we will get 1. Term is also remaining, so bring down this last term. Now according to this again we need to follow the next step. Okay, same steps we need to follow in the division. So here 3xy square, again here x, we need to make it 3xy square. So by multiplying plus 3y square. Okay, so when we multiply this by 3y square by x, then we will get the same term. So write here. Now plus minus minus 3 2s are 6. 5 square into y square into y, which is y cube. Okay, so it becomes negative and it becomes positive. Cancel out. This with minus sign, this with plus sign. We can easily cancel out. You can see here both the terms now. Actually, this term now becomes positive. So plus 5 plus 6. Plus 5 plus 6. It means 11 y cube. Now you can see, the divisor now is greater than this remainder, this term. So now we have to end this division, and here now we are having by doing the division, now we are having this is the quotient and this is the remainder. So you need to write here actually. So this is the quotient and the remainder. The quotient is x square minus 5xy plus 3y square, and the remainder is 11 by 3. Because in that case we need to just end this division, because this remainder now is smaller than this divisor. We cannot divide it further. So that is why now we get the answer quotient, and this one is the remainder. So this is how you have to solve actually all the questions of history exercise, and when you practice more and more, then you will be able to understand or to solve these questions very easily. Okay, so solve every question by yourself in your notebook and do all questions. Thank you everyone. Thank you.